Hey, Kristen, how are you?
Hey, Laura, I'm good.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
There's been a lot going on in the Bravoverse. Why don't we start it out with Summer House?
Yeah.
What do you
Summer
think?
House.
What do you think of that whole Jessie,
Yeah.
Lexi? I don't know. Jessie becomes more and more unattractive to me.
With his pacifier
big
mouth.
passion with his dimple. Like, he just becomes so unattractive. I can't even wrap my head around it.
Well, I had that empathy for Jessie. I don't have it anymore. You know, like I always had this soft spot for him.
What make you have empathy for Jessie?
Just because
That's
he was
fabulous.
I swear it's just because he was a cancer survivor and he went through so much. And coming in last season, he was kind of like a breath of fresh air to me. He was funny. He was good with West.
But because that's
they were
because
funny
we didn't
together,
see the real
Bert and
Jessie.
Ernie.
That's
Yeah,
why
now we're starting to see the dark side of Jessie.
I mean, we knew Jessie would be that way. And you think
he
Jessie
can't just be smiling and
you think
goofy
Jessie
all the time.
might be like, oh, I have one ball, I had cancer. Like, maybe I shouldn't be the biggest dick. to women that runs the earth. But no, of course, he's just a dick.
He's an asshole.
He's an asshole.
Yeah.
And he does it under this guise of like, wait,
I'm just goofing
suck my
off,
suck my toe.
It's just a joke.
Suck my toe. It's just a joke.
You're joking around.
But you know, there's some things flying around the internet that there might have been more than just toe sucking.
Okay.
Because why was he hard? Oh, I'm hard. Like immediately. I don't know. I don't think that he went in there and had like big bomb sex with Immoral and company.
No.
But I don't doubt that he was in there maybe, you know, I don't know. Choking the chicken. Who knows? I don't know. And
maybe.
By the way, I did see that they had the Summer House reunion this week.
Okay.
And I did see that Imrule was
did not join the dinner after.
Right. It did not join Andy and the crew for dinner. And of course,
so something happened. I think Imrule's not going to come back. And you
know what?
There's a part of me that feels for him a little bit.
Oh, I think he's the grossest that there ever was. Like, ew.
I just think he's just getting the edit of the ew, ick,
I don't think so.
You know, F boy.
Again, is he coming in there, Copernicus? Is he coming in there with his glasses and his giant encyclopedia or his book of essays and reading it? No, this is what the man does. He goes out, brings home chicks, and bangs chicks all day. Sorry.
But he has to have a personality. He doesn't seem stupid. You know, there's got to be more substance to this guy.
I don't think there is.
And I don't know. I mean, you know,
I think you're giving
maybe
him
it was a
lot of
Garcelle
credit.
thing.
What do
Maybe
you
at the
think he's
reunion, he was like, you know what? I'm out.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they gave him a really hard time, and he was just, you know, and look, they all get a chance to reflect on the season by the time the reunion comes. Maybe he looked at this season and he's like, man, they're making me look like
a one hit. If not, if
boy.
he's two hit, if he's next season, he'll just fade out into the background.
I don't know.
And go. He's not. I don't think the show has much longer anyway. So let's
I question if Paige is going to come back. Is Lindsay going to come back? These are two, powerhouse players in that house.
Lindsay must go. Lindsay must be
It
gone.
would be very weird if she had her baby and she was coming with the baby on the weekend.
She's going to be on New York. And if she's not on New York,
be on New York,
she needs to be somewhere else. She does not need to be pregnant with mama and breastfeeding in the Summer House.
Yeah, it's
11 years later.
Yeah.
Also, Kyle needs to go bye-bye. He's almost 50. Like, you need to stop drinking. You need to stop drinking Loverboy at the made-up parties. Like, it's all so pathetic now. I'm just like, ew. But the best bright light of this episode was that my boy Tom Schwartz shows up.
It was so
love
nice to
Schwartz,
see him.
I
love him. I love him.
Schwartz.
He's great.
He's the best.
He doesn't take anything seriously, but in a very
He's adorable.
Wonderful way.
He's just adorable. He's just cute and sweet. He's not dating anyone. Apparently, he was dating someone. He did have.
He's not with the girl he was with.
He said he's not dating anyone. Although he did. I've listened to it. He put out his podcast. It's called Detox Retox. I don't even know.
They all have a podcast
about microdosing, and he had Katie on his first episode. Katie Maloney, ex-wife.
So they're in a good place.
Yeah. Yep, they're cute. And then he was on her podcast, which I also listened to, Disrespectfully, with Dana Cathan and Katie Maloney. So I've heard a lot of Schwartzy, and he's just the cutest little thing, I think.
He really is.
He's just a sweet heart of a guy.
Yeah, he
is.
He says like his philosophical things. He's very smart. He's articulate, but he's also like a party boy. I
don't know how smart he is. He's not dumb.
Yeah.
But we're also not talking about, Einstein's brother here. We're we got to use that with a grain of salt. But he's not dumb. Yeah. There's no two ways about it. But, I mean, some of that Sandoval behavior between the two of them, you would make him think if he had a lobotomy after that bottle in front of him. Do you want a bottle in front of me or a frontal lobotomy? Ha ha! That's an old joke.
And I will say one more thing with Schwartz. The Valley has an after show that I watch on Peacock.
Okay.
And it's pretty good, but he's in the after show.
God,
so it's like you're seeing him.
What is he doing? Because he was on with Jaxie Baby.
Yeah, because he's with Jax and they're very good friends and they're neighbors now.
But they hardly see each other. He said Schwartz because Katie was saying, Jack. Oh, by the way, and she said the only reason Brittany. Oh, I listened to Brittany on Tori Spelling's podcast.
I did too.
Oh, wasn't that great?
It was a great interview.
And she said the only reason why he moved was because shooting was starting, and he knew it. He knows it's wrong for him to be in that house.
He's looking at the optics.
So of course he is. Yeah. Jax knows the difference between right and wrong.
Yes.
He's always has an agenda. He's a complete dickweed.
Yeah, yes.
And he only moved out, like she said, because how would it look if he was in the house and shooting was starting? Yeah. That's the only reason he moved. And Schwartz says he hardly ever sees him. He said he's pretty quiet there. I don't really see him very much. So anyway, back to Summer House. Jesse's once again in trouble for flirting.
Well, I have to thank Amanda for this episode.
Yeah,
because she was the one that started the conversation with Lexi about the yellow flags.
Oh, right.
She was like, look, we're only hearing Jesse's side. We all love Jessie. But Lexi doesn't know any of this. And look, the audience, us, the viewers, we didn't know that Lexi had another side to the story.
Right, that she's
it was
that
great
he's
to
spinning
have that
it.
come out. He's totally spinning
it. And that he's projecting his nervousness. She's saying he's constantly.
And his jealousy.
Yeah.
This guy's jealous. He keeps saying how she's so jealous.
Right. He's projecting his
insecurity onto her.
Right. He's like, meanwhile, she's like, he's called me 50,000 times. And you know what?
Yeah.
He should be.
Yeah.
He should be worried
because at her.
She's A, gorgeous. B, she's dated like celebrities, little nipple.
Brooklyn Beckham.
She dated Cindy Crawford's son.
Yeah, what's his name? Presley Gerber.
Yeah.
David Beckham's son. I mean,
she's dating people that, like little Jessie Solomon.
Time.
Sorry, Jessie. Yeah, I'm sure.
Jessie Pacifier Solomon.
But also in a way, pacifier. But in a way, Lexi also, I hope, learns from this because, and I guess Lexi can write the rules because of what she looks like, and men are going to, but like making someone commit to you and meeting their parents within the first 2 weeks doesn't mean they're going to be what you want them to be, Lexi.
No.
And don't hammer them down because, and she's got a dickweed like Jessie, but he's in trouble and he's mad because Sierra's now treating him different.
Good. She should be.
Before the snooze fest, the first annual snooze fest.
Well, Jesse gives mixed signals to everybody.
He does.
He's got his leg over Sierra's leg,
flirting,
dirty dancing
She's
with
like,
her.
I'm turned on by my leg.
And then she comes over to him at that event, and she gives him like a touch, and he's like, "Oh, don't touch me."
Right, and he's like, "I'm getting in trouble."
And then he's blaming it on Lexi, and then she's like, "Who the hell are you? I won't go near you now."
He's a mess.
And then he's turning around in this episode, and he's saying, "Oh, now Sierra's acting all weird with me."
Yeah, of course she is, Jessie, you
loony.
big dumb idiot.
Yeah.
And of course, she's upset because Sierra's acting funky. So, and then, that conversation that happened. And then, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm glad that Amanda brought this up to Lexi. She looked shocked, and she was the one saying,
she's like, "Oh my God,
he's the one taking it so far. He's the one calling me all the time."
Yep.
She was talking about the Instagram too. She was like, "I wasn't telling him to not comment. I was just saying take it down a few notches.
Like, don't say I want to marry you, the hottest thing.
Any normal person
just be
would
like,
say
damn,
that.
You look great today.
Yes.
Whatever." And That's pretty telling. And that he made her unfollow all these people. It's like, what are you talking about?
He's taking it to the extreme. But I don't know. Why is he telling people this stuff, though? The exaggerations.
Jesse needs to shut that ginormous mouth of his.
He does.
He needs to shut up. He needs to stop with his dumbass flirting, like blah, blah. Oh, he couldn't be any more unattractive to me. I'm so down on Jesse Solomon right now.
Yeah, so am I. And doesn't he realize there's cameras everywhere? Like, the cameras are picking this up, dude. We're all going to see this, and we're going to see what you're doing.
Because he's fallen into the trap. He's going to figure out that he was on top last season. Now he's down, down, down. And he can go down with it.
He's where West was.
And he can go down with his friend West, because I got to tell you, West has never come back from that. West is just some rando.
He's trying to rebound.
It's some rando character now that's just there like, what, Carl? Like, you like tan line porn? Like, this is all he can contribute.
He's not contributing much. He's trying so hard to be very low key because he's frightened of Ciara and he doesn't want everyone to hate him in the house.
I'd be scared shitless of Ciara too.
Well, she is scary.
When she
gets mad at a guy.
Yeah.
If you're that guy, it's like, uh-oh.
You don't want to be on her bad side.
No, you don't.
But here's the thing. Tell me about this, because I was reading stuff and maybe I missed it. But Kyle gave his sperm sample. Is it because he had low sperm and like they didn't get the results back, because I was reading all over. Oh, I guess they were low.
Yeah,
and that's why he had
something
it done.
Came up that was like a little flag, I think, on his blood work. So he was just like, I want to get the boys checked, the swimmers checked out.
So that's why. Okay, so they were doing all ththese articles. It was like, when you get bad news, and it's like blah blah blah, and it's just like, you know what, Kyle, maybe just cut out the 7 tons of booze.
Yeah, I think
because the same thing was with Schwartz, and that's when Schwartz moved to half shots.
Yeah.
And he was doing baby shots there. He's like, who wants to do a baby shot with me? He went from full shots to half shots and thought that was going to help his sperm count climb through the roof. I mean,
but what were they showing a flashback with him and Katie? His sperm has like weird shaped heads.
It was like some of them had weirdo shaped head. I remember when they went for that.
Oh, you do remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I also remember like when Sandoval went with him, and that was during the whole Scandoval thing, and he was like, I'm here for my jizz sample. Like,
oh God,
Tom, you disgusting animal. Sandoval, not Schwartz. But he was just like, come on, man. Like, I'm here for my jizz results, or gross. So Lexi, it was kind of annoyed with Jessie.
Yeah, and she should be. I mean,
and that was kind of it.
The both of them. I mean, even Paige at the end when she was talking to Lexi, and she was like, you guys are in. Yeah, you're not fully in. You should just walk away. Well, and also, what are they together? A month and a half?
I know, it's so stupid.
Even Lexi in this, she's too quick.
It's so
Meet my parents. Let's be exclusive. Then I'll sleep with you. We're boyfriend and girlfriend.
And it's some weirdo thing in her head, because it's like he's sleeping with you and does not give a shit that you met his parents. He's not being any. So I hope Lexi kind of like, instead of strong-arming men, like, just let it happen naturally. Like, in her head, just she has to have it some kind of way. Like, oh, okay, I've met his parents. He's committed to me. So now I can have sex with him.
After 2 weeks.
Right. And then he's just going to dump me in a month anyway.
Yeah.
So she had her little criteria met. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, Lexi, God bless you.
God
Hope
bless.
you come out of that.
She's a good, wholesome girl.
Wait, I have a question.
I wish her the best. I think she's going to come back next season.
I like Lexi. I hope she does.
I like her very much.
I'd like to just see her in the wild.
She went like well over on this season. This episode, she was great.
Yeah, she was. And I'd like to see her in the wild.
Yeah.
I want to see what she does in the wild. Like, I want to see what happens when Lexi walks into a club and they actually let men loose on her.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
forget it.
Watch, like, that's how let's see how the model half lives.
Yeah.
Like, what happens when they walk into a place and every guy in the place falls over. I mean, I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure some of them look better than Jesse Solomon does.
Wait, tell me why. I know Paige was coming up for the snooze fest, but she wasn't there Friday night because she was like super anxious. Is she super anxious of a cog?
I think so. I think she's anxious at this point Craig, over the Giggly Squad tour coming up,
over
all the things going on
over
with
the
her
$7
career.
million she got for the Giggly Squad tour. Is that why she's anxious? I'd be like,
so.
I'd be like, hold the fuck on. You're giving me $7 million to talk with that buffoon Hannah Berner. Like, she should be the happiest little fuck on the planet. She should be like, yes, we have fooled them all.
Yes.
You know, like, we have pulled off an absolute epic magic trick here.
Look at where these two are right now.
Let me tell you, that is
pretty
talk about
amazing.
Pulling the wool over the rest of the world's eyeballs somehow.
Number 2 on the New York Times bestseller, that book.
How to Giggle.
How to Giggle.
Like,
so,
wow.
I mean, pretty amazing. So, and I think they're coming out with a YouTube channel now.
Without Paige.
They got so many things
without
going
Paige. That's going nowhere. It needed Paige to
Which
go.
is why I wonder, I digress for a second, is she coming back to Summer House? I don't know. I don't know. You're right. Lindsay's definitely not coming back.
She's been sitting in a bed for 7 years. Do we need to see her sit in a bed for another season?
Maybe
I think
not.
she's trying to set herself up to leave, and I think she's right because the time.
Look, the iron is hot.
The time is now.
Yes.
You're making all your money right now.
Yeah.
Because the minute you get off reality TV, there are a few that have managed to, Teresa Judah, there's a few that have managed to cross over, but very few.
Okay.
So if you're not going to be one of those, you're just going to be a fly by night, and I hope you made your money.
Yeah.
Because then you can go off and do your thing.
Yeah. Well, who knows? She could leave and come back. I don't know.
The show's not going to be around long enough.
No, I mean, like, she could go on Housewives or some other reality show.
Why am I seeing her on
Maybe
Housewives?
She'll be on.
She's not going to be at Bethany.
She's not Project Runway.
Never.
Maybe she'll do something like that.
Never. Are you going to kid? She doesn't know how to sew. This woman doesn't know how to do anything.
She could be judge. She could be judge.
No.
She's a big
She might be a
fashion
guest
person.
judge. I've watched Project Runway from the beginning.
Okay.
And these people are fucking talented.
Okay.
Paige and her, like, let's put this together with this. She could be a guest judge one time.
Well, I did notice when she was on Watch What Happens Live, Andy loves her. You could just tell.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
I think she
she's
could come back
cool.
in some other capacity.
Yeah, maybe they'll make a show for her. Who knows? I mean, they've got Kate, Chastain. They're always trying to throw her in something.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe they'll do the same thing. But
yeah,
I don't think they're going to do it with Hannah Berner. So that's for sure.
No, I don't know about that.
I don't think so. But I could be wrong. So let us digress. So that's it.
That's it. We've got
Let's get to
next
it.
week, and it's coming to an end because they filmed the reunion.
May it fucking end. Ugh.
My IQ goes down a bit when I watch Summer House, even though I'm enjoying it.
I'm out, though, I think. I don't think I'm there next summer. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I physically have... Like
the mental capacity.
There's not enough Zofran on the planet, which is an anti-nausea. You know what Zofran is.
I do.
It's an anti-nausea pill.
I took that when I was pregnant with my boys.
I know, and I know they give it to patients who are dealing with all types of cancers and so. But it's an anti-nausea, and sometimes I get it before surgeries. Like, there's not enough Zofran in the world to let me watch the next season because I'm just gonna barf my brains out.
Right.
So
okay,
we are doing this, podcast, but I've seen enough.
Okay,
I've seen enough. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the snooze fest was just that.
Yeah.
A snooze fest. Oh, my God in heaven. All right, let's get over to Atlanta. Hotlanta. These women.
Oh, mama.
These women make me laugh so hard.
They really do.
Even when they're talking about, and like this was such a little moment, but even when they're talking about serious stuff, like Shamia, who I think I love more than anybody. She is now
she's so good.
She's now my favorite.
She's so good.
She said, and she was talking about something horrifying, which is being abused, right?
Oh yeah, but we got to hear about
But they're
that.
even funny when they're talking about that. She said, "Oh, he hit me so hard." She's like, "He popped me right out of my first pair of red bottoms." So I was like,
I couldn't hear what she was saying.
Meaning her Louboutins. Like, she had her first pair of Louboutins on, and the man hit her so hard. She goes, "I popped right out of my first pair of red bottoms." Poof. And she said it. Wow. And of course she's talking.
But she said it like it was a tragedy.
It was a tragedy. It is a tragedy. It's horrible. But they're even funny talking about
when they're not trying to be.
Right, and talking about the most serious things. Like,
yes.
I love the way they word stuff. It just makes me howl. And of course I didn't laugh, but I thought, oh my God, that's such a funny image.
It is.
Not of her getting hit, but of her getting just flying out of her pair of shoes.
Right.
So they just are thoroughly entertaining, and that was also horrible to hear.
Yeah.
But it was just
also sad when her daughter was sick and she was
she
away,
was like on top of.
I know that feeling. Well, I know that when you're not with your child and
and they're sick. Like I know when my son was first diagnosed. I mean, my son was very sick and needed round the clock care for months and months and months that I was giving him.
Yeah.
But like to even be away somewhere when you don't know
you can't relax.
What's happening.
Yeah.
And she said on top of what's going on with Shiloh.
Yes.
Is her name Shiloh?
Shiloh, yeah.
And she said on top of that, this just kind of hit me out of nowhere. So I don't know. What I noticed right off the top though, and I have to mention it.
Yes.
Angela's out talking in the bright sunlight to our friend Cynthia. Mm-hmm. And child, that wig cap is showing.
Did you see it? I saw it too.
Oh my!
I said, poor thing.
God
But
almighty.
Didn't she have her glam squad there?
Well, this is the next day.
I don't know. Like
there was a lot of booze and it was hot. It looked like it was almost melting.
It was coming off.
I was like, "Deesh, that
poor
is
Angela.
bad." And I'm surprised Cynthia wasn't like, "What's going on with your wig?" But
Laura, I love that you noticed that because I noticed it too. I just kept staring at it while she was talking.
It's the only thing I noticed.
There's her cap.
I was like,
it's showing.
Angela.
I still love her.
She probably just slapped it on. It probably took it off to go to bed.
Perhaps.
And then she slapped that shit on and doesn't know how to blend it. You had to blend that out with makeup and clearly the glam squad went home.
You know what I want? I want to see their real hair.
I would love to, too.
I would love it.
I'm sure it's gorgeous.
Portia's, all of them.
I'm sure
I want to see their real hair. Every one of those beautiful ladies.
Oh, they're all so freaking pretty. Like when they were all done up.
They're gorgeous. All of them.
So Angela was catching a lot of Drew shit.
Yeah.
Non-Drew. And then, then Drew shows up for the party like, howdy, bitches.
Yep.
I'm here. I mean, that took a lot of balls.
I was going to say, very ballsy of Angela to do it. But you know what?
No,
Bring
for
her
Drew
in.
to show up.
And for Angela to invite her, for Drew to actually show up. The whole thing.
I know.
And Portia's just kind of not saying
Portia
much.
was very cool about it.
Yeah,
I thought.
she was calm.
She said hello.
She did.
She was nice. She gave her two beds instead of
one.
Any
shade.
But she said it's an olive branch to Portia. Drew was saying that I showed up.
Yeah.
And then Angela was like, "Look, Drew, you go find Portia. You get her off to get the heat off of me. Like you go find her and say happy birthday. I'm here or whatever." And then she was kind of hanging out with Cynthia.
Yeah.
And
I did like the groups broke up. One went to Coyote Ugly, which looked like so much fun.
Have you ever been to a Coyote Ugly?
I haven't.
I have to tell you.
Have you?
I have never been to one. However,
are they like all over?
They are. A girl I went to high school with.
Oh.
Shout out to Liliana Lovell, is the creator of these.
Oh, you might have told me that.
She was 2 years ahead of me in school.
Wow.
And she was like just a normal, nice enough girl, even kind of quiet, I would say. Like I just have a memory of her with her field hockey stick walking around, but she's created this entire franchise.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
really
a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't it a show too?
It was in the 90s. I don't know, but there's places all over the country.
Okay.
If not abroad, too.
Mm-hmm.
And they look like they're having a ball. I mean, did you see Portia's...
I wanted to be there. It looked like so much fun.
Did you see Portia's lips take on that glass?
Oh, she
almost
took it
got
up. I thought she was going to swallow it.
Me too. I was like, holy shit, that's going to go... That's going to pop backwards.
Even Kelly, little
Kelly.
There
was like an inch of the...
She got her mouth over that too. I was like, whoa.
I was like, and then, that was quite a scene. I loved it.
I loved it. It looked like that was more fun than the whiskey tasting or whatever the other ladies were doing.
Yeah.
You know, Cynthia and Drew.
Yeah,
and
I mean, it was cool. It was
Brit.
coming right out of the barrel. And then she's like, Drew was like, I didn't bring her a bottle of whiskey. Oh, that's great. You bring her a bottle of whiskey. And then Portia was confused with Angela. Like, why would Angela make a thing about Drew when you want it to be positive? Because she made this whole thing about Angela said that Kelly told her that Drew was saying some shade about Charles.
Yeah, right.
Charles.
Right.
What? I'm sure everybody has shade on Charles.
I'm sure.
Because
I think it's a known thing that he might have a baby mama out there.
God. But she's like, why would you push it? Like, why would you bring that up when you invited her and you want things to be positive? Wouldn't you want things to be positive? She was like, no. So Portia, I thought this was hilarious. She thought, Angela was setting up Drew. And I was like, oh, now it's like a whole Nancy Drew mystery. Now it's the Nancy Drew mysteries, the Angela Drew mystery.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then Angela and Brit were kind of having a moment.
Yeah, I mean, Brit was saying I wasn't getting the empathy that I should have gotten.
Yeah, and then Angela apologized.
Look, these ladies don't know Brit yet.
Yeah.
She's new to the group.
Brit is running on thin ice.
I feel bad that this happened to Brit, but
she's running on thin ice, I think.
She's milking this now too much. And again, we all don't really know her that well, aren't we?
And
the ladies don't really know her that
for
well.
how she came, how she was moving.
Yeah.
After, what happened with the, she's like, and Cynthia was like, next time you have a picture with some guy's penis in your mouth, you could tell her how to act. But other than that, you're not telling her how to act. Like, I love Cynthia.
I love Cynthia.
And then
she's a good voice of reason.
I love Cynthia. And I've always liked Cynthia. And I like that her and Portia had a nice moment in there somewhere.
They did. They had a nice moment.
They were
I
laying
think
in
Portia
the bed.
was like, it's like coming home to be with you.
Yeah, she's like, but
these are two like semi-OGs, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Portia's been on there since Cordell.
Yeah.
And I still...
When did Portia join? Was it season 2 or 3? Right? Something like she joined the same season as Kenya, I think.
I just can't get over the Cordell. I
can't
get over
I
all
forgot
these,
about him.
I can't get over that all these men that she's having all these problems because she's just so stunningly beautiful.
Oh, she is.
It just blows my mind.
I
that
know.
Well, I guess her picker's off a little bit.
Her picker's off, for sure.
I don't know. But then she got, she was upset when she came down to the dinner.
Yeah, she was wearing all black.
Oh, and Shami was like, this doesn't bode well.
Not good.
She's like, it's not good. She's like, Portia's all in black. What's the problem? I thought Portia looked freaking gorgeous, too.
She looked gorgeous.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
She let maybe the makeup go a little bit less.
She toned it down a bit.
Oh, my God. I was like,
she doesn't even need all that makeup.
She does not need all that makeup.
She doesn't.
She is really stunning.
Yeah,
then she's like, she got a call that Dennis had been filming with Drew.
Yeah, now I missed this part. Who told her this?
I'm not sure.
That they're filming together, or maybe a producer told her?
She said, I got a call that somebody told me.
Okay.
But I did like the fact that she really didn't go in on Drew, and she said, I'm not going after Drew. She's like, the only person that owes me anything in this is Dennis.
That's true.
And he's going to get all of it.
Yeah.
She's like, he going to get all of it.
Yeah.
She's like, but I like the fact that even though she could have kind of went on Drew because she got up and left, and she was like, I'm not sticking around even though I'm here and I'm here for the part. I made a thing, and then she got up and left.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like that Portia didn't say don't go.
I think Drew worked herself up.
Yeah, like it was like
it wasn't like Drew was getting attacked at. I think that Portia was just sort of tuning her out.
Agreed. Like, I think Portia was in her head about the other guy.
She was.
Whoever the other person was.
She was processing. Look, the poor lady is going through a terrible divorce. Yeah. She can't film in her own house.
That sucks.
And she is carrying the show because she's really the only main character that's one of the OGs.
Yeah.
Kenya left her.
Without Cynthia.
Kenya involuntarily left.
Where is our girl?
So
where is Phaedra?
She's carrying this.
Where is she?
So, Anne, did you watch What Happens Live? Did you watch it last night?
I did.
After Love Hotel. Andy said it's going to be in the next 5 weeks.
Oh.
So we got a bit to go.
They have been lying to me.
So my guess is
that
Phaedra's going to make like maybe the last 2 episodes.
No. Ew, I'm grossed out.
Or maybe it's just the last episode. I don't know. So we're going to have to be... Now, listen.
I'm going to be upset.
I love all these
just
ladies.
Telling you, I'm going to be very upset.
I'm not wild about Brit. But I like all these ladies.
Brit,
so I think they're doing okay.
Listen, Brit in that gold bathing suit, like... Here's the thing about Brit.
Did she have a Brazilian butt
dick
lift?
in the mouth?
Her butt was
before the dick in the mouth photo. She comes off. She does have this cheapness to her. I don't, or like a trashy import, like a fake dress. Like
I can't.
Just standing next to Portia, she's just.
I can't latch on to this
cheap
one.
Import.
I don't know.
She's the cheap import. She's the fake Gucci bag.
Yeah.
Next to like a Porsche.
I mean, we got her over Kenya. That's what I keep saying. I'm like, man.
Well, Kenya
we
will
lost an icon.
Make her way
I know
back.
what Kenya. She shouldn't have done it, but man,
she'll make her way back.
I hope.
Maybe
I
not.
Really
Maybe
do.
this was the claw that broke it. She's done a lot of dumb shit.
I don't know how mad they are at her. Are they going to bring her back?
We didn't see it, so I don't know.
I don't know.
But I also
did hear she's not even going to the reunion.
Well, they have to stick by it. I mean,
yeah.
Brit could turn around and just
sue
for
and I think that's why they're worried.
$bazillion and then say, bye-bye, Bravo.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But, even the suing part, they didn't show anything.
Right.
I know
because
the
Bravo
poster boards were pretty, woo, but they didn't show it.
She had fallout in her real life and her professional life, so.
Okay.
What I thought was funny on this episode when they were doing some dancing, here are these gorgeous black women, and they send the fat gay cowboy,
which was great. But the other cowboys were very nice.
But the guy who was like the main guy was like, so 1, 2, kick it.
Yes.
I was like,
was good.
You didn't send some eye candy for? She's like, oh, some of them are eye candy.
Some of them were.
He was not eye candy.
That guy wasn't, but I think they did that on purpose.
They're all thirsty.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, it was good. And I like the end where Portia's like, Angela was like being the girl in the window because she's like,
listening. Oh, what was that?
She heard her name from the window and she started recording them. So then I think she went downstairs.
She did. She basically overhears them talking about something about
Charles.
She hears her name. It's Portia, Kelly, and Brit and Shamia talking shit about, they were talking shit about my dress. And then I heard someone mention Charles. And she said, oh. And then Shamia, I think, said, or was it Kelly? She said, Kelly better watch out before I fuck her husband.
Okay.
Before I basically.
You mean Angela better watch out before I fuck her husband.
Sorry.
And that
sorry.
Portia
Kelly
said
that,
that, right?
And Portia said it. And she's like, and then Angela was sitting there and she's like, well, if we base it on history, she will fuck your husband.
Well, I don't know.
And I was like, oh, but she's like, they're all puppets for Portia. They're all puppets for Portia. And that was pretty much where it ended. But for her to record them, she's like,
I'm hearing some things online and social media, like Portia's not carrying the season well. She's got a lot on her plate.
She's not.
I'm giving her grace.
She's kind of a little off to the side, but we know her, so we're gravitating toward her.
Of course.
Because it's hard to gravitate even toward Kelly because we don't know what's there. We're not comfortable yet.
Again, look at the curveballs that have come Portia's way. Kenya's gone.
Again.
Okay. She can't film in her house.
I know.
And she unexpectedly is getting a divorce. I mean, she's got a lot. So I give her grace. I think she's doing fine.
No, I think she's doing good too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, a lot of these people, their time, there's only so much. And I think Portia, you see that she's kind of out of steam a little bit.
Yeah.
And
with that, again, she's got a lot going on.
And I don't blame her.
No, I don't blame her.
When she was on the phone with somebody, she said, hi, PJ. Was she talking about Pilar?
Why
does she call her PJ?
They call her PJ. I don't know. Maybe her middle name starts with a J. I don't know.
Is it like I thought it was maybe Portia Jr., but I know her name's Pilar.
Remember, I thought it was Polar.
Oh, my God. That was great. Love that. I love it.
Polar.
Hi, Polar.
Hi, Polar.
Should we talk a little about Bravo's Love Hotel?
Yeah. I mean, what was your thought?
I don't know.
Because you love these dating shows, right? You love Bachelor, Bachelorette,
like all those
Bachelor
shows.
Nation. This was in the realm. And this is the first time Bravo's kind of doing something like that.
The only thing that I get a pit in my stomach about is, okay, you've got Shannon Beador, you've got Luann de Lesseps, a.k.a. the Countess. You've got Ashley Darby, who is freaking gorgeous.
She's gorgeous.
And 37. So away, as Shannon 60, now granted, the same guys are really not going to be going for Ashley that are going to be going for Shannon. But they've lumped them all into the same room. And by the way, if I was anyone, the only,
like you've got some young men, you've got some older men.
But I'm going to be so insecure just being in the presence of Ashley. If I'm Shannon, Luann is delusional, so she doesn't, everything is Luann.
Oh, well, Luann is the goddess, the Venus.
Right. So where are you? From Manhattan, New York City. I mean, I
give her so much for having that confidence.
She's insufferable. I find Luann to be insufferable. As much as
but I kind of miss her.
I like to watch her, but I was like,
we
could have done a little bit without Luann because we know she's a man eater. We know she's just gonna bang whatever she can, whenever she can.
She will eat these men
and be like, do they understand our lifestyles, darling? Like she was talking to two guys, and then she got up and started. She's like, "Don't leave."
And then
I'm just gonna run to somebody else. I was like, what a fucking douchebag.
Oh my God.
I just don't take her seriously. And I
think being around all these men, she's in her realm.
She is.
This is like.
But I'm saying I feel bad for Shannon and Giselle because I don't they're all very different.
Oh. See, now to me, Giselle is gorgeous.
Oh, me too.
Stunning.
But the guy that Ashley Darby likes, I forget his name, but he's a young black guy.
Was that his name? Whale or Wade?
Wells? No.
It
was probably Will or something.
I think it's Wale, but they might pronounce it Wally.
Wally. Oh, yeah.
Wally.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, the young guy that went back
Wally,
and kissed
let's
her,
just
right?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I think
he's
Giselle
there
had
for
an eye
Ashley.
for him, but
he's
he
there
likes
for Ashley, and she even said like he wants kids. So I got 3. I'm 57 or whatever I am.
I'm done with that. Yeah,
right. He's just my friend.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I feel like certain people were picked out for certain people, and they all seem to like this one guy named Ralph.
Yeah, and I like Ralph with Giselle, but I think that Shannon likes Ralph.
And so does Luann.
Oh, Luann likes Ralph.
You're not getting...
Luann likes everybody.
You're not getting anywhere when Luann is in the house. Like,
no.
Luann's going to have first pick, and that's it. Like,
yeah.
I'm just saying, I would be very...
She might sleep with all of them.
She might have slept with all of them.
She might get every
on
man
the first
there.
night.
Yeah,
Luann is like, she works it.
She works
Come
it.
on, the cowboy, not the cowboy, the pirate.
Care.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Johnny
Luann
Depp
is
pirate.
a hoe bag. I wouldn't be surprised if she's had 2 before the first cocktail. Like,
yeah.
She's no joke. So I just
and she couldn't be more opposite than Shannon.
Shannon is
an
insecure.
You know, in her own way.
In her own way, she's pretty.
A good-hearted person. She's just, but she's got her standards. I mean, it's just.
But I think they brought in Earl with the white alligator shoes.
I like Earl for her.
But do you just see her in the beginning just dissing him? She was like, "Oh, wait, so you were married? Let me guess, she was in her 20s." And he's like, "No, actually, she
died
was
of leukemia."
Right, and then she died, and she was like my age or older or something. And she was like, "Oh my God, I apologize for that."
Yeah.
But like. Shannon, she's just a mess. She shoots herself in the foot. She just does.
Well, I'm going to compare her to Sutton, who, by the way, on Watch What Happens Live, Portia got Sutton and Shannon confused.
Oh, God.
Like Shannon, like Sutton a little bit. Shannon is a little bit of a basket case.
Yes, she is.
So
but not as bad as
crumble.
Sutton. Not as bad as Sutton.
Sutton is a wreck.
She's a little bit, though, like...
She's
his
alligator
alligator shoes.
Sutton,
and granted,
there's a little bit of it there.
The alligator shoes were bothering her. And she's like, "Oh, he managed to wear the alligator shoes.
Yeah.
But I'll change it. I'll buy them." I'm sure she redressed John Jansen. And listen, as a woman of means, if you can do that, I say go for it.
Go for it,
that's the way to do it. Like, make him look the way you want to look. But I don't see it working out with Earl and Shannon. I think he's just too... I don't know if he has enough money. Like, I don't know what's happening here. I know that every man that's there, that's young, is going to be into Ashley, or even the guys that are not.
Older guys are going to be into Ashley.
So I feel like that's a problem.
She's got her pick of the litter.
I feel like Shannon maybe has 1 or 2. The guy that Luann was up and down the beach with, who looked like the most interesting man alive from the Dos Equis commercial. Of course, she picked like the hottest guy, and then she's
what was his name? Jerry the surfer.
He's not doing it for me. He's not doing it. I'm just letting it go. I'm letting it go.
Yeah.
So I'm like, now Luann is back in the pool, and now they seem to all want this guy Ralph.
Okay, they all want Ralph. Here's my prediction. Fast forward to the end.
God.
Nobody is going to be with anybody. That's what I think.
That's a good prediction. That is so freaking funny.
That is exactly
Nobody's going to be with
anybody.
No, it's true. I think
they're
you're right.
in Cabo. They're having fun. And then it'll be like, see you later. Thank you.
But the way they've got it set up, and now you get to ask them out on a date, like, it's the poor man's bachelor. It's the poor man's bachelor in paradise. It's really kind of, I don't know about how comfortable Shannon is. Luann is just a freaking, she's a man-eater. She just is a beast.
This isn't a one-time thing. They're going to make a show out of this. It'll probably get better over time.
It's not great.
Every single housewife out there.
It's a little loosey-goosey.
They'll bring them in. And, like Portia said on Watch What Happens, like maybe Portia will be on the next one. You know what I mean?
Then it's going to turn into a different show. They've got some olders
get better.
here. Like Giselle is very pretty, but I don't know that she's going to jive with any. And then some of them look like total losers.
Very, very, very particular about who she wants to be with. She won't be with any of these
Some
guys.
of them look like total losers. There's a few there. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I know.
IT guy? Like, that's why Luann was probably like, IT man.
Okay.
Who does? And then I heard her say something to the effect of, does he have a big pee-pee? And then she was like, private plane. You know,
what was funny too is none of these guys seem to know anything
they
about
were like
these
Shannon
women.
Beador.
They didn't know who Andy Cohen was.
Guy, the surfer doesn't have a television.
Yeah,
they're like Andy Cohen. He's like the broker.
Is he the broker?
And I was like, good. I'm glad that he would say that. You know what I mean? But these women are like, oh my God.
Oh God.
They're used to being fawned over.
Yes.
So I think Ashley will have whoever she wants because she's gorgeous. She was dating
She'll have
Luke.
anybody she wants.
She was dating Luke Gulberson, like, and she's 37. Like,
yeah,
she can have, but she was dating Luke for like 2 years.
Yeah, right.
Summer House Luke.
The Summer House.
Who like went down on Hannah for like 35 minutes. Like, I can't even look at him.
Oh.
That was just so.
See, I didn't watch Summer House then, so I don't
Girl,
know.
how
I
can
know
you
she
call-
was dating someone from Summer House.
You
but-
got. I'm rethinking this podcast with you. You need to get into these older
I got to get
episodes.
into these older
How
shows.
are you not watching Summer House?
Watch Summer House from the
How
beginning?
did you not watch Vanderpump from the beginning?
Yeah.
If anything.
I am doing that
yourself-
right now. I meant to tell you.
Oh, good.
And I'm loving it.
I'm not rethinking anymore because I'm like, how
I'm
am
loving
I even
it.
talking to you? Like, what's going? How are you not watching this stuff?
could I
Wait,
not?
where are you? What episode are you on?
Season 1, like episode 5.
All right.
It's so good.
Is it Laura Lee? Is that the Laura Lee years? Has she bumped in yet?
She's not even there yet.
Oh, she'll be there.
It's,
she comes in the first
the
season.
usuals. It's Stassi, it's Jax, it's Sandoval, it's Schwartz, it's Katie, it's Kristen.
That first brunch, that was the first day they shot, and she was like, I am the devil.
Yeah.
Don't you forget
I
it.
loved it.
That
I
was
love
the
her.
first day of filming.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I
we
could
knew
tell
she
you.
was a star at that moment.
I could tell you all different, like, because I've seen them so many times. I've heard them talk about them so much.
Are you going to watch Vanderpump Villa?
I wanted to, and then
Because I
had a
want to, but
I'm going to watch it. I'm
Okay.
just going to see what's up with it. I don't know that I'm going to watch it, but I do like Stassi, and I actually tried to watch it the other night, and my husband had to re-log in. So I finally have now got the login going.
Okay.
But I haven't had time to sit down and watch it. So
Okay.
I would like to just see what it's all about.
I would too. I think I don't know if I'm going to go to season 1, but I'll do this season.
They haven't done any. Well, it's not a Bravo show. They haven't.
It's not Bravo.
There has not been a lot of press for it from
Maybe-
Stassi or Lisa.
Okay.
It's kind of just out there.
I don't know.
You know why Stassi's doing it? I know. I feel like I know Stassi. She loves Italy. She got married in Italy. She just wants to be in freaking Italy.
Course,
Is
and
that
get
what they
paid
are?
for it?
Exactly. Bring her family. Like,
Yeah.
check my whole family came. Like, to have the kids there. Like,
Oh yeah.
good. That's what she's doing.
You know what? Who's in like the first or second episode? The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives gals.
Oh,
So I would love to see that.
And those girls are coming back.
Yeah, that's coming back in May.
All right.
So.
So listen, we're not going to be back Thursday with the Valley. We will be doing the following week. So
Okay.
we're going to have to, maybe we'll talk a little about the week before and the week there. We're sort of away this week and things are going down.
We've got some things, so we aren't
Yeah,
going to do
so
it.
we,
But did you hear the Valley's getting low ratings?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm
I
sort of
haven't read that.
disappointed I'm disappointed to see that, but we'll see. Maybe it'll pick up.
But also one more thing.
We're liking
PK and Dorit, he staged that photo shoot with some lady, Jenna
Do you think
Wall.
he staged it?
That supposedly was staged with this woman, and that's it. Dorit filed, and she's finished.
She's finished.
She
She
I
kind
think
of
that
looks
made-
like Dorit, this amazing race girl.
I thought it was Dorit.
I know.
I was like, what? So they're like,
What?
Dorit look-alike.
Yeah, really.
But who's kissing cigarette? God only knows with the breath. Can you imagine
He
the?
must be very charming.
Can you imagine the dragon breath on him? Like,
I know, right?
Hey, baby. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The dragon breath that must be going on there. I don't know that I'm
I don't
standing in the
know.
middle of the street kissing PK. Couldn't you just wait till you got in the car?
I don't know. He
Could
gets
you wait
beautiful
till the front
ladies.
door?
Like he had Dorit.
Not that I'm saying he's
Dorit
not
is
a-
a 10 and he's
But Dorit's
not.
a nervous wreck. Like,
Okay.
it was you and me, baby. It was you and me, baby. All the way. And I'm not saying he's not charming. I'm sure I would meet PK and love him
Yeah.
to pieces because he's
Yeah.
funny probably and got
Yeah.
great stories.
Yeah.
But like, we're not talking like Casanova.
But you're saying it's
in the looks.
staged. So
That's
this
what
woman
I-
is really not
This
even.
is what I've been reading
Okay.
all over that he staged
believe
this to
that.
make Dorit jealous and to push the divorce forward. But
if that's what he wanted to do, it worked.
You can't believe everything you see on the internet. And they have been married more than now 10
years.
So
she's entitled to half or whatever.
Half of nothing is nothing.
What does he have? Yeah.
Don't know, baby. We're going to see. Aren't we, baby? All right. Listen, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, YouTubers. Thanks for listening. And we will see you next week.
We will be back next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.